Hi everyone, it's Millie here from Learning to Live Life on a Budget. If you are new, then thank you for coming and watching. Sorry, I had a complete brain like ditz out then. Just thank you if you're new here. If you're returning, thank you. Thank you to everyone who's watching. Your support is really appreciated. And if you stick around, you'll see a giveaway at the end of this video. I meant to mention it on other videos and I've completely forgotten. So stick around. It's only a small one, but it's just to say thank you, and I really appreciate everyone who watches, everyone who comments, just everything that everyone does. It's just so touching. Like, I can't believe it. I really can't. In the most sincerest of ways, it means so much more. And I think a lot of people with channels really relate to that as well. So hopefully this won't go on for too long. I hope, fingers crossed. We do all know that I like to chat. This is going to be May's budget. And things are a little bit different. So hopefully I'm not flicking back and forth too much. In fact, if I just take out April's monthly budget sheet, in case I need to refer to how it was working before. In fact, let's just start with that quickly. So this month is a complete mess because I've had loads of extra income and etc. But what's really changing is the way I do my cash envelopes, and they change throughout the month. As you can see, I moved some and all of that, and the way that things are accounted for and spent. So I did I've changed my calendar, so I've circled or squared out the dates of the colours of the spending. I hope to have 12 no spend days. It's a 4-week month, so that's 2 per week plus a random extra 2 in somewhere. No, 4 in somewhere. Oh dear, Millie. Yeah, so there's an extra. So basically 3 a week, nearly. Yeah, there's 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 3 a week. Ooh, I'm going for it. Stay in budget. With groceries and health and wellness, that will make sense in a minute, and pay all my bills. So yeah, I've outlined the colours of my payment dates, like my incomes, onto the calendar, so I don't need to write that that's when that's getting paid. I can just look and, oh yeah, blue is child benefit, so that's child benefit days. Yeah, so my budget is changing. I wonder how much you can see. So my incomes are all staying the same. I've got much more exact figures. I think this one, the PIP is going to change because currently I'm getting more. So I think next month I'll get 498, but I'm not definite on that because I'm going to get a car off them soon. So the money will drop to about I want to say 240, 250 a month. But I don't know when that car's coming and if it's going to come during the payment period or what. I just know it's being built at the beginning of May. Also, no, if you think, oh, it's weird, there's writing there. I did do the May budget, and then I decided that I was going to change things. And it was just so much easier. I didn't do everything in rub out pen. I love the rub out pens for doing the numbers, but I don't always like it. I'm a biro person. I love writing in biro. So yeah. Oh, that was the whole point. I've completely lost track. I actually photocopied March's page, cut it down and stuck it in and covered the March bit. So I've given, I think they've got different colours now. My bills, rollover stayed the same. The others have changed. It's just so that I can track. Each week I have bills coming out, and I might pay it from rollover, I might pay it from Universal Credit, or so it's so I can track. So then I got my bills for the month. I've got a couple of new ones in there. So the washing machine care plan has finally come out this month. I thought it was gonna be £6, it was £3.50. I signed up to EA Play. I love playing The Sims, and my daughter likes playing EA games as well. So that's a new bill. It's £3.99. It's, I think, £20 a year for the subscription. So we're just testing it out to see if we'll actually use it before paying the £20. Because £20 is a bit of a steal. My council tax has gone down quite considerably by like £100 a month. and electric is now in the bill. So the electric I pay for in cash, but it's a bill, and I was tracking how much I was spending on the electric, but it was a bill, and I want it to not be on key meter anymore. And when it's not on key meter anymore, it will be in here. It's been a nightmare. The builders didn't change it over properly, and there's errors, and it's been in debate for years and years and years. And for me, it seems plain sailing, but apparently at the switchboard and at my supplier's end, it is not straightforward. And then one person will crack it, and you'll speak to someone else, and it will start from the beginning again, because I don't think they write any notes or anything. So my bills are the same, and they're all colour coded to my weeks. This month is a 4-week budget. So it's a nice healthy budget right now. So this is where it's really changed. So on the right is this is what my cash envelopes were for the month, and I'd also put money into them weekly. Food and household is now groceries. Household was, sorry, my cats have like made a complete mess. They've done, oh, it's probably my eldest keeps chewing his skin, his skin allergies and that, and he keeps chewing it. So I think there's possibly a bit of blood, but anyway, we'll carry on. Disgusting, isn't it? I feel like I need to go and wash my hands now. In fact, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So I folded the paper over. We're just going to carry on. Try without it. Yes, so groceries is now food and household. Food was just for food, and then household was for all the cleaning products, etc, etc. I was consistently going over budget with household, and that's because of my migraines and buying painkillers. And it was like, I wanted to see like a true reflection of what I was spending on food and what I was spending on household items, but it's just not worth it. And it's having 2 envelopes, and it's running 2 budgets, and I think I worked it out, and some weeks I didn't spend that household money on anything apart from painkillers. So it was just like, what is the point of, you know, going to Aldi and buying food and then doing a second shop in Aldi to get like bin bags, or I tried out one of their shampoos in a red bottle. I dye my hair all the time, have done for about, I want to say 18 years. And it was a colour one, and my hair feels amazing, and it was under £1, and that would have been in household, so it would have had to have been a separate shop, or I would have to sit going through the list working out what was household and what was groceries, what was food. So I've just put it all into groceries, and it's got a healthy £200. Spending has been a bit of a bugbear for me lately. What am I spending my spending money on? I'm actually going to keep a track in the back of the book, and just when I have a spending amount that I put in, I'm going to have a list and just write what I spend it on. I want spending to be a bit like a miscellaneous envelope, so I've kept it at what it was last month, which was 40. Before, on my budget that I did before I changed it, I actually increased spending to, I think it was £60 a month or £80 a month. I upped it, and I was just like, exactly that, just like, because I'm feeling like, you know, spending, what is spending going on? I would like to lower spending, but spending is also like, basically, if I spend the full 40, I spend the full 40. I'm not going to be bothered. I'm not going to beat myself up. If I want to go and get myself a coffee when I go food shopping or something, then spending can pay for that. It's all the little bits. Like the other week, I spent £4.70 at the post office. And that came out of spending, so that's okay. But yeah, it was just, spending was being used to top up other envelopes as well. And I don't know who I was watching, but hopefully it'll come to me. They said, like, if they didn't have the money in their envelopes and they were consistently going over budget in categories, then they didn't have what they needed in their budget. And that's so true. A new envelope is weekly rollover. So I currently have my purse to take out and my monthly cash envelopes. So all these 3 in orange, or peach, yeah, go peach. These 3 in peach are weekly. I've just missed one as well. So travel and fuel is a weekly thing, but I don't have a car at the moment, so I'm saving for fuel. But I'm going to just keep the money in there, and then anything left in travel from buses and that is can be used as part of my penny challenge each week. That I use my change to fill up my penny challenge, and then when I have the car, it'll be done switched from fuel to, so fuel will pay for that, and then travel. Just because I go to the bank to get my money out, and parking is more expensive than getting the bus, or I could walk, maybe, we'll see. Yeah, it's cheaper to get the bus, so I'll still, you know, that's not fuel. And I haven't worked out where parking is going to come from. I try not to pay for parking if I can. So we'll see, that might be a spending, or we'll have a look. So these 3 are weekly cash envelopes that will always be in my purse that I take out with me, my Saffiano Filofax one, and then it'll just mean that it's a little bit easier. The rest of these here are monthly cash envelopes that I can dip into at any time of the month. So weekly rollover is what I'm going to roll over each week to fill these 3 cash envelopes for the following week. So that, and that's going to be in this green binder, or I've just ordered another one that's prettier because my cats love to destroy my binders. Look, like, I don't know if you can see that. There's lots of little, there we go, the light on it. Look. I have to hide my purse from them. It doesn't stay there all the time. But yeah, weekly rollover will go in the other binder, and it will be the money for future grocery spending, travel and fuel. Payday Spends is one that I bought in the middle of this month. It's quite high this month, but it's not always going to be this high. It's just for money for me to spend on whatever we need. So this week I got paid today, and Payday Spends has gone on Prime. Some bits for my daughter from Amazon. I got the binder off Amazon. We basically saved up a load of things to do a bulk order on Amazon, and then they gave me Prime for a week for 99p, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna diss that. And then I think I'm gonna treat myself out of this week's one for Etsy envelopes, but it might be that I want something for around the house. So I had a Payday Spend the other week, and I spent £36 on bits for the bathroom and the kitchen. So yeah, it's just kind of it's not a set thing that it has to go on, but it's unaccounted for but accounted for. You know, that's my limit. Cats, let's do buy cat food and cat litter for the month. Social and fun, pretty standard. Socials, a new one I bought in. I spoke about it in a previous video, like just having money. I have so 2 of my best friends are very impulsive, and they just turn up randomly, like, let's go get takeaway, or let's go get coffee, or so it's just having some money set aside so it doesn't rely on spending. And then fun is more for me and my daughter, or to top up social if need be, if we go and do something fun like bowling or cinema. Eating out, I've upped it a bit because there's a lot of sighing here. I have a problem. Takeaways are like a comfort for me when I'm sad. They're a celebratory thing if I'm happy. I don't really drink hardly, to be honest. I'd rather have a takeaway. They're also, I really struggle with energy levels and parts of not just my mental health, but also parts physical health, which is being looked into. And I always thought I was lazy, and that's why I would get a takeaway to speed myself up. But it's also part of that. So I have upped it. It works out, I think, £20 a week, 20, 40, 60, no, 15 a week. But it's for the whole month. So, because I don't want to think about how much I spent on takeaways this month. It's definitely not 60 quid. It's a lot higher. So let's see if having a bit more money in there means that it's not as impulsive or anything else. Health and wellness is new. It's where my painkillers are going to go, but it's also going to be things that are good for us. What is wellness? I would like to go swimming. Swimming is really good for my mental health. I don't know if anyone else finds that. With the bipolar, if I over exercise or if I join a gym and start exercising more, it does send me hypomanic and then can lead to a full-blown manic episode, which is a little bit scary, but not uncommon. And I never made that link until someone said to me about it, because they'd gone through the same thing. And they've been sectioned based off an episode that started by going to the gym every day. And I am overweight and I need to lose weight. So, but swimming I find quite calming. It's quite a calming exercise. I did lose loads of weight years ago during a manic episode, and I was exercising to home DVDs and walking 4-5 miles a day. So it's life story alert. Wellness is to do things that will help my mental health. So swimming is really calming. It'll be a healthy activity that will help my head, but also help my physical health, without being too stimulating for the bipolar. Also, just to do like self-care things. I think we all forget, don't we, about self-care and looking after ourselves, and I think we all can relate to the feeling of we're not a priority in our own lives. And like, even like payday spending, originally it was going to be to scratch the bipolar urge to spend, but it's now turning into buying bits for the house and buying bits for my daughter, and I don't resent those things either, but I can't think of how to. So there's like a self-care type of envelope basically, but it's health as well, because the amount of painkillers I consume, and I take the dissolvable ones as well because I take so many medications throughout the day for my bipolar. If I got told I never had to swallow another tablet again, I would cry through tears of joy. Anyone else hates swallowing tablets? It's just, I don't think anyone likes it. If you do like it, please let me know and give me tips on liking it, because no. Yeah. So painkillers are expensive, and it's £30 a month. It's not a lot. So this one is one to watch. I reckon spending might contribute to that. So it's about tweaking the numbers over the months to see what works best where. And then there's my cash envelope and my daughter's one, because she thinks Offspring is hilarious, but I was like, no, there's got to be something better. I feel that's really mean. You're like, not far off being an adult. You've only got a couple of years to go. And I'm like, my Offspring. No, I do say it like that to her, actually. I do wind her up. Or I'll walk in her doorway and be like, my Offspring, darling. But I wasn't that keen on the word. She's not my child. She's a teenager. She's probably more responsible than me half the time. She's a real good egg. Oh, that's why I should have called her envelope a good egg. There's time to change it, because I'm going to get some new cash envelopes out of payday spending. I might see what she thinks. Anyway, it's called Apple of My Eye, but the letter I, because her name starts with the letter I. And I think it's a really clever play on words. She thinks it's rubbish, but she likes apples. So our cash envelopes are going to get a bit of money each month, and it's for us to either save or spend. So ignore the weekly rollover. The payday spends will probably get spent. These ones can be saved up as well as spent. I mean, eating out probably won't get saved up, but social, if we've got a quiet month where we don't spend that much money with friends, can roll it over and roll it over. Health and wellness. Say I never need to take painkillers again. Roll it over and roll it over. And the same for the cats. So what I put here will probably be the same as here, because I'm going to say a bit like a sinking fund. That money has left my cash, my income, and gone into the sinking fund. And it's going to be the same here, but I'm still going to track them with the colour on my calendar out of which envelope it's come from. And then thank you from Skin to Savvy for this genius idea. I have pinched it. I'm so sorry. I did look on your lovely Etsy store, but I didn't see it on there. She made a monthly envelope tracker. Well, I think it was for sinking funds, but I'm going to do the same for my cash envelopes, my sinking funds, extra debt and savings. So I'll put the priority of the month, because your priorities change, don't they? And then what you open with and what you put in each week and what I take out each week. So at least what's going on my calendar is represented here as well. So I might put £40 into cats on week 1 and then take out 10, but it means that there's £30 in there. I should have done a rollover column. £30 in there in week 2, but on here I've said I've put 40 in because it's gone. It's out of my budget now, because some of these are getting stuffed twice a month, once with rollover and then once with one of my other paydays. So that was just a way to make it easier. It's gone into the budget and then it's gone. It's, you know, it's not, oh, this is how much I spent and then the following week I have to, because I like to budget monthly and weekly because I need to think about all my bills as well. And I want to make sure that if I need £90 in Christmas, that it's getting it throughout all the weeks. Anyway, so hopefully that will work. This is what's for me. Also, you may have noticed that my categories are, so my weekly cash envelopes and my monthly cash envelopes, one's one colour, one's the other. Budget with M and someone else. Oh, I need to write down when I see people's ideas and I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. I want to credit you. If it is you, please say, because I think, and I remember bits like from Skin to Savvy did the thing, budget with them. I first saw do this and then someone else did it and they said it was budget with them and I was like, yeah, that, seeing it done again, it really is going to hopefully suit me. I had too many colours before, too many colours. So it's just to have one colour for bills, one for cash envelopes, and I'll just do the colour and then write G and write the amount. That's all I need. That's all I need. And the same with monthly. I might spend a tenner on cats, so I'll put the greeny colour, write C, and then put 10. Yeah. Have you got coffee, dear? I'm slowly getting through my, just excuse me a second, my throat is very dry. And I'm full of hay fever, I can feel it. So that's how the cash envelopes are going to run. And that is probably the biggest change to my budget, because I've changed what they are, what their function is, and hopefully it will work a bit better. Like I said, since starting this channel, I think I've changed how I budget every month. And before starting this channel, I've changed my categories every month, and I will get there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I will get there with it. It is literally just finding out what works for you. And that's why I like to credit where I've got my ideas from, just because I got it from them. I didn't make it up. I don't want any credit for it. I'm just seeing bits from other people's budgets and I'm drawing from it to make it work for me. So yeah, basically. Sinking funds are pretty much the same still. Sorry, I feel like my chest. Yeah, so I've got my monthly rollover. So I've got a weekly rollover now. And then the monthly rollover is for next month. 5th week envelope, birthday, Christmas, gifts, home, hair and beauty, clothes, health. Health is like, so I've got health here and also the NHS. But health, this health is to pay top-ups for, I get like 3 prescriptions of glasses, but I have to top it up for the frames and stuff. And it's the same at the dentist. You get so much, but you've got to top it up. So it's just to save for those expenses. Lose the pounds. I used to, before I lost my job on that, I used to go to like Slimming World and stuff, and I really enjoyed it, and it was really good for me. So I'm gonna start a sinking fund called Lose the Pounds. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to Slimming World, but I need to do something. So I'm starting to put the money aside, and I will do with it what I can. Yeah, maybe it will go towards a gym membership or a slimming club or something, but I'm putting it in there because I'm making it a priority. It's there, even if it doesn't get stuff much, or it's there, it's not forgotten about. School is still there, days out on holiday. Extra debt is just carrying over my phone, and then I've got the tablet and the universal credit advance, which is slowly lowering each month on what I pay already. So this is just extra. And then savings is a little bit different. So savings challenges includes any challenges I'm doing, and the penny challenge, and the 2p's I set aside. And I'll log them on the side of the page here, how much went to 1p, the penny challenge, how much went to savings challenge, and how much went to thingy. But I just didn't have enough room here. I've got my emergency fund, so that'll get a little bit of money aside. The penny challenge is being used to stuff for the emergency fund to save it. But I'm also just going to put money aside for emergency fund to put in. Either just to put in or to tick off on a challenge. So I've got the challenge from What If I Fly 17. And so it's just, yeah, saying that's, you know, I said how much I want to put in my sinking funds. This is how much I want to put in savings. Vets was a sinking fund. I have got a very old cat who is not very well, as we saw at the beginning of this video, chewing himself on my budgeting sheets. I'm not doing a good enough job hiding them. And then it's a battle. I had to fight for this desk today. Yeah, so it was a sinking fund. It's now a saving because it's not one I plan to go into unless there's an emergency, and my emergency fund is a saving. So, and that kind of makes me think that Christmas should be a saving because I only do it once a year, but we'll see. Maybe I will move that because it was saving for Christmas. Anyway, Vets is here, and it is one of my priorities because I'd like it really bulked up. It might even be more of a hit. Vets and emergency fund are kind of like the main, they share the priority and they're quite high in it. I'm quite happy just to chuck an extra 20 quid, especially as I've cleared 2 debts already. But yeah, they're both a priority because I just worry that something's going to happen to my older cat, and then we're going to need the money pretty short and fast and sweet. And then bills and subscriptions was a sinking fund, but I want to save it so that I've got most of them for the year. Netflix, you don't get a discount, I don't think, if you pay for the year. What other subscriptions have I got? EA Play is only £20, so maybe I'll pay for that outright. Prime, it'd be nice to save up the money, so I've put it as a savings at the moment, but it might get moved back into sinking funds. So that's basically my budget. I was really in the budgeting zone as I worked out the amount for the totals, denominations in cash. And then I went through weekly, just sort of saying this is how much is coming in, these are the bills that are coming out, what the bill account rollover will be, and I've said what they're going to get paid out of. So like office and subscription and electric, so that's Microsoft Office, they'll get paid out of the rollover. Child benefit will pay for the bill account. These will always get paid out of the rollover, or sometimes these get paid out of like universal credit. So basically I've just tried to do it that I'll just double check that let's see, yeah, so the first lot of monthly cash envelope stuffing is going to come out of, so like the cat's social fund, eating out, health and wellness, mine and my daughter's cash envelopes are going to come out of the rollover, and the second lot will come out of universal credit. So what I've tried to do is, universal credit is my one set stable income. It's paid once a month on the same day every month, and everything else is kind of a top up. Rollover is what I roll over. Child benefit is only a small amount weekly, so it's every Tuesday, but £21.80 can do a lot, but also it couldn't feed us for the month, or anything like that. It's like I feel it is a top up. And then I also receive personal independence payment, which is disability benefit, and that's every 4 weeks, so it changes. You might get 2 payments in 1 month at some point, probably because of the it being every 4 weeks. And I just feel like that could be quite easily taken away like that. So I treat universal credit as if it was my set wage, and I want everything, the rollover is going to come from it, and my rent goes out as soon as universal credit goes in, because they also give me money to pay my rent. So, and that's what I'm going to use for the weekly rollovers and everything else. And yeah, so hopefully that's made some sense. That's just basically how it's going to change. I have quite a healthy budget this month, I feel like. There's a lot of colour. I hope people don't mind. It really helps me to be able to see this, because I'm like, oh, that's rollover, that's child benefit. I haven't highlighted them there, actually. Find my highlighters. They're never far. I know what cash stuffing is which, basically. Just at a glance, because if you watch my channel before, I get easily confused, I miscount, I get muddled. I'm really chuffed with this. I'm really hoping this will work, because I get really confused about where I'm tracking I put money into sinking funds, and I have an expense tracker in my sinking funds envelopes to say I spin it out, but I'd like something so I can see an overview each week and month of what goes in and what comes out. So yeah, and I've done a meal plan. I have done it so that I could buy 4 meals worth a week, but enough. There's only 2 of us, so if I cook it as if I'm cooking for 4 people, so it's taken the sting of the food budget a little. Well, not the sting out of cooking. I do like cooking, but I also don't. It depends on my frame of mind and my mood and my energy levels and just where my head's at. Yeah, and it just I got that idea from Future Budgets. I used to cook and freeze things, but Slimming World said, oh, you can eat the whole bag of pasta if you want to. It's completely free. So that meant when I cooked a smoked bowl, it was free, and free food means you can eat as much of it as you want. And that's not necessarily always a good thing. I really like Slimming World. It did work really well for me. I lost 1.5 stone, but it's coming back on. Now I'm not doing it, but I felt like portion sizes were an issue, so I'm hoping that by doing the 2-week food budget and cooking 4 main meals that are spread out over the 2 weeks, that will really help with portion control as well, because I've got to freeze half of it, or have the other half of it the next day. So I think that's everything. This is a very long video, and I nearly forgot already. I meant to mention it on my cash stuffing video, the giveaway that I want to do. I mentioned it the other week. I really wanted to do like an Etsy voucher, but if you're not in the UK with Etsy and you want to send someone a voucher that's not in pounds, you have to have an address. Oh, so if I was to buy a voucher for someone in France, I'd have to have an address in France to buy it in euros. I don't know how it works. If anyone can clear that up, please let me know. But what I am going to give away is a £10 Amazon voucher. So that means I want to get the video up today so that I can draw it in a week's time. Let's think, actually. because when does my budget end? The 5th of May. No, we're going to draw it on the 3rd of May. So, yes, I'm going to be giving away a £10 Amazon voucher. It's an e-voucher. So all that we needed from the winner is your email. And we can communicate via email as well. All you have to do is just comment. Even if it's just an emoji, one letter, just leave a comment. I am really not tech savvy, so we're going to do it Tuesday, because I think I've got a little cash stuffing Tuesday, a tiny one, and then I'll just draw names out of a jar, because that's all really I don't know how to do the other stuff. So yeah, do it by, leave me a comment by midnight on, so 11:59 p.m. UK British Standard Time. Is that right? On the 3rd of May, and I will draw on the 4th of May with a video that I upload. Yeah, and I just thought I would have really liked to do Etsy, because I know a lot of us, I shop at Etsy a lot. I like to buy local, handmade or small business. But I just can't work my head around it at the moment, and I really wanted to do something to say thank you to everyone for all your support, watching, all your comments, and I just wanted to show my appreciation and just give a little something away. And yeah, but I wanted to make sure that it was available for everyone, not just sort of like UK. So it is available for everyone. Just drop me a comment, whatever you feel like hey, yeah, for a £10 Amazon e-voucher, and then you know you can use it for whatever you want, basically. What would I do with a £10 Amazon voucher? You could buy budgeting stuff. You can buy bits from your food shop, can't you? Amazon's a pretty good one, or you can gift it to someone else for a birthday present. There you go. Anyway, drop me a comment. I will write down everyone's names and put them in a jar at 12:01 on May the 4th be with you. Yeah, Star Wars Day. Yeah, so you have until 11:59 p.m. UK time on the 3rd of May to enter. So I will try and get this video up today, because I'm filming a week before, on the 26th of April, so that everyone's got a week to enter. But if it goes up later, then I'm really sorry. It will be up before the 3rd of May though. But yeah, I just want to give everyone time that does watch. Like, I know I'm terrible. I'll watch one and then I'll have loads to catch up on someone else's. So just give everyone a chance, really. But yeah, thank you everyone. I don't know how many subscribers I've got. I do get notifications that I have subscribers or new subscribers, but I don't know what the total is. I think I'm over 200 now. So just thank you. I didn't even think that I'd get 5. So just really great. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I'm not too boring. And I will see you soon. Right,